Ever get that feeling?
Yeah.
Like your brain's just jam-packed, thoughts bouncing all over the place,
Oh, yeah.
no space to think straight.
Definitely.
Like, it's like rush hour in there.
That's it. That
Yeah.
crowded feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like a Mumbai train packed full.
exactly. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today.
Okay.
All thanks to a poem called My Poem, My Thoughts by a poet, Banji.
Interesting.
They really capture that whole chaotic thought thing. So many thoughts, each one going its own way.
It's a great way to think about it, isn't it?
It is. Have you ever been on one of those Mumbai trains?
Can't say I have.
It's wild. So many people. Everyone's in a hurry.
I bet. The poem even says, each of them going somewhere, unrelated, still together in my brain. Like our brain is that train, packed with thoughts, all going somewhere different.
Right. And it's hard to keep up. But there's this one line that I love. It's funny, but also kind of true. It says, my brain choruses with me again. Almost like our brain has its own personality.
Yeah. It's like it's got a mind of its own.
Exactly.
Doesn't always listen to us, which is part of the problem, right?
Totally.
Right.
But hey, the poem doesn't just leave us hanging in that chaos.
Right.
Banji talks about finding ways to manage all those thoughts through like meditation, training the mind.
So there's hope.
There is.
That's good. Because it can feel overwhelming. So Banji finds ways to manage it all.
Exactly.
Interesting, because that connects with a lot of research, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this idea of mindfulness.
Okay.
Being aware of your thoughts, not judging them, just observing. It can really help calm things down in your mind.
That makes sense, like quieting the storm.
Exactly, like finding that eye of the hurricane. You know, even something as simple as focusing on your breath. Just for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really great way to ground yourself when things feel out of control.
I like that.
And that's what Banji is getting at, I think.
Yeah, regaining control. And there's this really powerful part of the poem where a new thought comes in. It tells Banji to jump inside the brain. Like, whoa, who is this new voice?
That's a good question.
It made me think, is this intuition talking? Or some wiser part of ourselves? What do you think?
That's a tough one. I don't think the poem tells us exactly who it is, but the next part is super important, I think. It says, the only thing you could lose in this battle of thoughts, my friend, is precious time. And that's the real kicker.
Oh, I see. Time. We get so caught up in the chaos, we forget about that.
Yeah. Think about it. All those thoughts, all that mental energy, it takes up time. Time that we could be using for, well, anything else.
For anything more productive, maybe?
Exactly. Building relationships, being creative, anything. But we lose so much time to those thoughts.
It's like that mental traffic jam is costing us something real.
Exactly. It is a real cost. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we talked about the chaos, trying to control it, but it's this time thing that really hits home for me.
Me too. And this idea of jumping outside the brain,
Yeah.
what does that actually look like?
You know, it's really about taking a step back. You're not trying to stop thinking, but you're sort of observing your thoughts from a distance.
Like watching a movie.
Kind of. Or imagine you're just sitting on a park bench watching the clouds go by. Those are your thoughts.
I can see that. Just letting them drift.
Exactly. You can also try journaling. Get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. It helps create that separation, gives you space to choose.
So not getting rid of thoughts, but changing how we relate to them.
Yes. You're not your thoughts. You're the one watching them. And once you realize that, you can choose which thoughts deserve your attention and which ones you can just let go.
Wow, that's powerful stuff. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question. What if we really could jump outside our brains, even for a little bit? How would that change how we think? Would we be more free, have more time, more energy for what matters? Something to think about as we navigate the crazy world of our own minds.
It really is.
Thanks for joining us today for this deep dive,
It was fun.
and we'll see you next time.
See ya.